everyone. Hello. I am back with another episode of Take Back Mondays with your host, Krista Molion. And on this podcast, we interview sassy business owners and leaders throughout the entire world who are doing amazing things to bring positivity and kindness and inspiration to people all over the globe. So today, I'm very pleased to have with me a very special guest all the way from Singapore, Miss Suchi. Thank you for being on my podcast.
Thank you so much for having me here, Krista. Hello, everybody. How's everyone doing today?
So, Miss Suchi, you have been on my radar because you are so filled with positivity and you're doing some amazing things. So, I think people need to know a little bit about you. Can you just tell me briefly what kind of projects are you currently working on, and what kind of programs and therapy you're doing? Because I saw that you're doing what they call laughter therapy. So I specifically want to know more.
Yeah, sure. So once upon a time, I used to be very sad. I used to feel very sad, low, and depressed, and there was no way out, as I was feeling that there's no one to help me out. And I came across a laughter coach. I picked up some laughter exercises. Then I worked in a brain development school to know more about how does brain work exactly. And I was so fascinated by this organ, brain, and I just want to know more about it. And I studied about hormones, and I catered to various people's needs. Like some can be feeling a little bit low, some very depressed. And I designed a program where I can help people get dosage of happy hormones. So I help them reduce their stress levels and increase their dosage of happy hormones. And that's how they can literally change their brain chemistry. And it's all about the mixture of neurochemicals. It makes you feel very sad, low, and depressed. And then people go for drugs, they go for alcohol, they go for all sorts of things which makes them feel happier for some time, like temporarily, but then they get addicted to it and their whole life changes. Their family members leave them and they are in jail, prison, and stuff. So my way is more about natural ways of getting the dosage of happy hormones and feel that high, so that you don't need to go for something which is not healthy. So that's what I do.
I love it. I love it so much because, as you know, the biggest disease on this planet is probably stress. And
Yeah.
I am sure that we just haven't studied this enough. But if we do down the road, we will find out that stress is at the root of all the other diseases, right? Like, why do some people get cancer? Why don't they? It's not a hereditary thing. I mean, I think a lot of it is environment. So, there may be some hereditary things, but heart attacks, cancer, all these bad diseases that are coming, they don't get provoked, even if you have those genes, if you don't stress. So if you can cure it with your own brain, with the happiness of your brain, I mean, this is amazing.
And even like if you say, you ask around, say people go around and say, I am feeling stressful. When you ask them what is stress, most of them, I mean, like even neurosurgeons, doctors, don't seem to be knowing what it is. So if people don't even know what stress is, how on earth they would know how to manage it, right? So the scientific definition of it, then what are different types of happy hormones, how to get them, what are the stress hormones, how to curb them, how to not to even have them. So it's all about changing your brain chemistry, which I do, even body chemistry, your cell chemistry. So it's all about, as you mentioned, happiness. So although when we talk about happiness, people tend to say, happiness is just a state of mind. But when you ask them in real life, are you happy? Like, not really. I'll be happy when this happens, that happens. So everybody seems to be postponing their happiness and kind of living in a state of feeling stressful because they think it's normal. So it's becoming a norm. And that's where all these diseases are. Like now you see more people like living this planet with all those diseases and illnesses, because stress is the main cause of it. It's the root cause of it. If you can manage that, the life is so blissful.
I wish I would have met you 10 years ago when I was a high-powered tech executive building my own agency working 80 hours a week, trying to raise three small children, and trying to be power lady 24/7 in all aspects of my life. And I burned out, you know. And I remember like thinking, okay, a lot of people in my position, they're taking drugs because they need to have this energy all nonstop and they don't want to think about the stress. So they just
Mhm.
keep going, keep going. And I was like, well, I can't do that. You know, I have a family. And, but I was thinking how bad it is, how like, and I thought, well, who's going to help me? Like, you know, I don't see, like, what do I do? Go to rehab? Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's
Yeah,
not a lot of things for career driven people to have outlets, you know. So now 10 years later, I've been doing life coaching. I worked with a life coach and then I started developing my own life coaching program.
yeah,
And I think, you know, now I know how important the energy is, like that
yeah,
energy that comes from stress or that comes from the outside. If it goes inside you and you don't manage it, right?
yeah,
It just burns through you. And it comes out in bad ways, right? It comes out
yeah.
with
Anger.
your work, it comes out with the people you love, or it turns into some addiction because you got to get it out. So you start doing stuff to numb it, you know, like, so I think it's amazing because I would never think about something like laughter therapy. So can you tell me, you discovered it with your own sadness. Can you tell me a little bit, how does it work?
You mentioned the word energy. It's so beautiful to know that someone really understands it, because most of the people do not even understand like how really they can manage their energies, like how they can feel positive at all time, or feel they have this happy energy in them, like what you and me are having, like, yeah, we can do this. Most of the times they're carrying those negative vibes, negative energy. So it's all about that. It's all about how you can change your body chemistry, your brain chemistry, and overall reprogram your brain for better success, mental health, and happiness. It's all about that. So, well, as I was mentioning, I was sad, low, and depressed, and I came across a laughter coach in Singapore. So there were like 70 people who picked up, we registered for this course. It was just a whole day. You just learn laughter exercises. I picked up some exercises from him, and being having this good heart, I started to volunteer my time at elderly homes, workers, migrant workers, dormitories. I went to hospitals to reach out to nurses, then teachers, because they feel that they are like very stressed. All of them are stressful, and they feel that there's no one who cares for them, and then they're just like, it's a normal thing. Just get on with it, and then they don't need to fix it. Those kind of thoughts they had. So I reached out to children in schools, nurses, workers, and I started to just practice little exercises with them. And with my study knowledge, little bit of experiences, research, I designed this 1 hour therapy in which I can literally uh, give them that experience where they get the dosage of happy hormones themselves. So it's not about me standing up and talking about stress. It's more about, okay, like, this is how you get it. And the results were amazing. So I got beautiful testimonials and feedbacks from people like, hey, I came to your session with little with shoulder pain. My shoulder pain is gone. My knee pain is gone. I said, wow. So when this laughter therapy can help reduce slight pain in your body, it can uplift your moods, it's good for your cardiac health, lower down your stress level, it gives you that sense of well-being, like everything is good in my life. And then I use positive affirmations to change brain chemistry. So what I did was I just added things here and there and catered that 1 hour therapy. So in that 1 hour therapy, people come to me feeling very low. And when they leave me, they're like, yeah, I can do this. Come on, yeah. So see, I change their body energies by just giving them some tips and guiding them and coaching them. And it's all about making slight changes in your lifestyles and routines. It's nothing much, like you don't need to really like go away, leaving your job. No, you can just continue doing what you're doing. But once you learn these tools and these techniques, you can change your body chemistry and brain chemistry. It's that easy. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. This is so amazing. the most amazing part for me is that you're doing this without drugs, you know, because people are so accustomed to just
Yeah,
having to pay for something a lot of money and like take a happy pill and that's the solution. And you know, when you go to a doctor and you say, "Oh, I'm so stressed at my job," the doctor will say, "How do you feel?" "Oh, I feel sad and I feel like, you know," and they will say, "Okay, let me give you some pills." And you know, I have some, you're depressed, I will give you
yeah,
anti-anxiety pills, I will give you anti-depression
yeah,
pills. And you're doing this, this is something that
exactly.
people can do without taking drugs. They can, you know, naturally manipulate their own hormones. How amazing, right?
Yeah,
It
it is.
blows my
So
mind.
yeah, I also came across people who were on drugs, like who were on medication, and then uh, after getting this therapy, they said bye bye to the pills. They say, I don't need the pills now. I got my happy hormones in my hands. I can get them as and when I want.
Oh my God. Well, another thing I love about what you're doing is how contagious laughter is. When you think about it, I saw this really viral video where a person was filming with a hidden camera how he went into the subway and he started laughing, but
Yeah,
like really laughing, like belly laughing, you know?
yeah,
And people at first looked so sad and, you know, they
yeah,
were going from the commute to work and people are like depressed and tired. And after a while, he had half of the people laughing, you know,
yeah.
and they were laughing because he was laughing. It was contagious. So it's something that not only you can do yourself, but you can also, it's like going to spread the positivity. And then they'll take that when they leave you and spread it to other people, right? You're creating a movement.
Yeah, and it's about just okay. He was in the subway. He made people laugh very good. This technique about laughter therapy it has to be from your belly, so belly laughter, and you need to practice like for deep breaths in and stuff. So it's really beautiful, and they really get a dosage of happy hormones. It's not about just like 2 minutes laughter or 3 minutes laughter. It's more than that. So my experience is such as like when that man in the subway was trying to create some happy waves of laughter, how people reacted to it. So when I am among the neurosurgeons, doctors, researchers, scientists, when I stand up between them and I start to talk about my work, whoa! At the beginning, it was like, don't know what she's talking about. Well, I can laugh on my own, and I know what it is about it. And then when they exactly saw that 1 hour therapy like experience and they just felt it, and then they like, okay, now I know what your works are about. So I didn't start my work as in, like people seem to be uh taking it like positively. No, it didn't, because everybody takes it like, well, I watch some comedy, I am a happy person, I know what is this about, and I don't think I need your therapy, that kind of negativity they had in their mind. So it wasn't that easy. Even as I said, doctors and neurosurgeons, they were like, "You want me to laugh when someone is dead? What do you mean by laughter therapy?" So I started my work that way, and now I see everybody's like, when they experience it, they realize that, wait, this is working. Yeah,
So what you're telling me is laughter is not equal. So just watching a funny movie or making a joke and laughing, that's just superficial laughter, where this is deep, deep laughter that comes from the belly and it really
yeah,
changes everything about you, goes through your
yeah,
entire body versus just a little bit, right? Very
yes.
different experience. Hmm.
Yeah, but if people see people, when people watch some comedy and they just laugh, or like on the surface superficial laughter, and after some time they like, if the child is not behaving, they just turn around and they start to scold the child, because they just, it's we mentioned about changing the body chemistry and brain chemistry. So it's not changed, it's still there. The anger, frustration, and depression is there, and happiness is there. So they don't really, they're not happy in real, right? So they still, that's a temporarily laughing for some time. And what I'm talking about endorphins. So how to get endorphins? In order to get endorphins, you need to practice belly laughter for 15 to 20 minutes, and then your brain will start to release endorphins. It's all about that. So then how to get serotonin, how to get your dopamine, how to get a dosage of various happy hormones. So the names of happy hormones, how to get them, what are the stress hormones, how to get rid of, how to say bye-bye to the stress hormones, so make sure we don't even get them. Yeah, feeling stressful is good on temporary basis, because it's just an ability to get ready to save, to protect ourselves from any harm, right? It's the body's natural ability. But if you remain in that state for a longer time, it becomes detrimental to your health, because that your blood pressure goes high, your diabetes, your sugar level would go high as well. So people who are very stressful, most of them are having diabetes, they have high blood pressure, and then they tend to eat oily food and fatty food. Then they have high cholesterol. The digestion is upset, and when this digestion is not good, their moods are not good. And the moods are not good, everybody around them is not happy as well, because they spread unhappiness around.
Well, it's interesting, this relationship that you mentioned between happiness and hormones,
Yep.
because I've been working with a lot of health coaches, and one of the biggest remedies for depression is also exercise. So exactly,
Yep.
unhappy people, they tend to not take care of their body. You said eating oily foods, eating carbs, as sitting around, yeah, because you don't have that happiness hormone. You don't want to
Yeah.
get up and go anywhere. And
Well,
so, these health coaches are pushing people like, if you do this, you will start releasing real hormones. Like if you go jog, you don't want
yeah,
to, but if you do it, and you have to really get that person to understand the relationship between the hormones and happiness. The same with sex
exactly.
hormones. You see people in love, right? Can you tell?
Yeah.
I can see like person looks 10 years younger. I'm like, what happened? What's going on? And they're in love. They're like, I'm in love. You can see how the effect of hormones, the relationship between hormones and happiness, right? So if we start
Yeah.
talking more about that, we need to make people believe it, because what you said about the doctors and the neuroscientists or surgeons or whatever, they they have been trained to solve things with surgery, with radio chemotherapy, with real things that they traditional medicine. But the natural remedies to regulate your hormones, this is very, this is interesting for them, but they're scared. They aren't trained in this. So, you know,
And culture plays a part. Like I work with people from diverse backgrounds, like various parts of the world. When I meet up with them at conferences, I speak at conferences very, very regularly. You, it's very shocking to know that in some cultures, if someone smiles, it's being seen, the person is being seen as a weaker person. So what to talk about laughter? Like these people say that I'm not going to stand, I'm not going to participate, because in my culture, I'm being told that you cannot laugh. So these people are like, they look very sad. They look so sad when you look at their faces. So it's all about like knowing the importance of like how can you work on yourself and change your body energy and body chemistry and brain chemistry. How can you do that? Once you learn that, then it's like everything becomes so easy. Because again, success and happiness. So when you're happy, you automatically want to do more. You have that energy, drive, passion to do more. And success, you will surely be successful, because your thought process is different. Your mindset changes. Your attitude changes. Like how you look at life changes. Everything changes. So that you surely going to be successful after that. Yeah.
well, I really hope that your movement will grow and spread, and you'll be able to travel all over the world and bring this gift to more people, because especially people who have a lot of responsibilities on their
Yeah.
shoulders, like high
Yeah.
performing executives, company leaders, politicians, people who carry a huge amount of responsibility, they're the ones that could really benefit from this most, because they're under constant stress. They don't have at all this time off. And like you said, it's interesting that there is this misconception that you have to be serious in order to be a leader, right? You can't be funny. You can't have a big smile on your face. You can't be goofy, because this means that you're not really a leader. So to be a leader, you have to be dignified, and dignity means being very serious and having a very serious face. And that's such a misconception, right? Because in the end, it just means you're carrying around all that pressure, that energy. You're not releasing it, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
this laughter therapy, in my opinion, should be something that executive leader
yeah,
trainings include, right? Or retreats. Get them out there, make
yeah.
them laugh more, right?
It's for all. It's from little children who are under academic pressures, expectations from their parents. They are not able to cope with the exam stress. It's for them. It's for youth who are like going through hormonal changes. They don't seem to be knowing what's happening with their bodies, and then they are not very friendly with their parents. They cannot tell their parents. It's for them. It's all about releasing that negative energy from your body and taking in all positive energy in your body and feeling good about yourself. It's all about that. So it's for professionals. It's for everybody. It's for old, even seniors. It's for all people who are done with their responsibilities and now to be resting, and they are like feeling so stressful about everyone, their grandchildren, their children. It's for them as well. Like, okay, you are done with your job, you're done with your responsibility very well. Now you should just relax and learn how to be happy. Yeah. Even
it's it's
yeah,
amazing. It's amazing how what you just said. We need to relearn how to be happy, right?
exactly.
It
Because
sounds so
most of the
simple.
people around them, they are not
Yeah.
happy. Not
No,
happy.
but
People don't smile.
no.
Yeah, they don't
I
smile
mean,
at each other.
it's crazy because when we're born into this world as small children, we have a natural happiness. The most beautiful, pure happiness I've seen is looking at babies. All you have to do
Yeah,
is go on the internet or your own baby, and you
yeah,
just see how they giggle, and it's such a pure happiness. And it's sad that we take that away from children very
yeah,
early on by making them conform to all these strict rules. Do not move, do not speak, do not make noise, do not fidget, sit still and be quiet. And it's like that's instilled upon us. And being a parent is also very stressful. And I recently was coaching someone who said, I feel very guilty that I'm a bad parent because I have so much stress at my job. And I
yeah,
come home and I have very short patience because I'm exhausted.
yeah,
So I don't have enough tolerance for my sons. They want to play, and I just don't have
yeah,
energy, and I don't have the feeling, and I feel awful. And so what you are
yeah,
saying about laughter therapy, it could also be applied to families to reconnect, take the children and the parent and be playful. I mean, the kids would love it. And this would be a way to reconnect, let out your energy as an adult, but also reconnect that beautiful energy that your children will be like, oh my gosh, you can actually smile. Like you can laugh, you can be playful because you're always my mom or dad, very serious, very work, working, always like, no, I
yeah.
don't have time. I don't have time. So this is another idea how to reconnect with your children, right?
Yeah. So in some of the schools, they have started doing it. So the morning assembly time in some of the offices, they say, okay, let's meet up, guys, like 8 o'clock meeting. So we begin with laughter. Then everybody is in a better mood, lighter mood, and then they deliver whatever they want to deliver, the content wise, right? Like this is the agenda of the meeting. So the meetings need not be very serious types. Like if you mentioned that some people, they are like, they see a leader must be very serious. So I had been leading. I'm like, I won't say I'm a born leader, but I had been given leaders' responsibility everywhere I go, and I had been fulfilling it very beautifully. So, a former preschool principal who managed preschools in Singapore for years, like 25 years in education industry. So I did it. So a leader need not be a serious person. Look at me, like I'm going around spreading happiness, and I'm still a leader. It doesn't change it.
Well, I saw another viral video that was from Africa, West Africa, where there was a school director and he was dancing. Maybe you've seen this video. In the morning,
Yeah,
he put the whole school outside the school, and then he would do a morning dance with them. And it was like a way of moving your body, getting physical workout, but
yeah,
also just creating those endorphins. They were really like, ready, happy,
yeah,
right?
yes, yes.
Uh,
So you move your
so
body. I have kind of tailored it that way that it takes care of all the happy hormones. Yeah.
this
So
this mind
dopamine and
body
all.
connection is amazing, right? You can how I mean the laughter, it's a physical thing. You're feeling it throughout your whole body. and maybe you're doing
Yeah.
combining it with some real movement, I would love to come to one of your sessions. I want to come.
Yeah, sure. I might travel to you because at this point, I am exploring if my airfares can be taken care of. Then I will start to travel globally, and it's just starting. Like yeah. So I have people believing in my works. I'm like, okay, yeah, we love your work, so we're going to sponsor your trips. Like that, I'll be traveling around the world.
We're going to be talking. I'll talk to you. Yes, I think that you need to be all around the world because people desperately need you, especially here in the United States. There's such a problem with stress, and stress is destroying us as a race. I mean, people are not having children anymore. They're overworked. They're dying from stress-related diseases or stress-induced illness. There's also a rampant mental health problem. And this mental health stems from blocked energy. For me, when you say, what's depression? I'll tell you what depression is. It's blocked energy. It's blocked negative energy that you need to release, but you haven't released it. So if you're out there doing laughter therapy, you're doing bodily movements that create positive hormones flowing through your body, you're releasing all those negative thoughts and emotions instead of letting them trap. All that trapped energy, that's what causes heart attack. That's what causes all kinds of problems, illness throughout the body, right? So we got to get it all out. So this should be something everyone learns about. So we got to, I'm all for helping you spread this all over the world.
Thank you. And Krista, you're talking to a mental health advocate who has saved 26 lives. 26 people who are having suicidal thoughts and around 57 from depression. Wow. In real, like all of them are doing very well. One of them is on LinkedIn, and he himself became a motivational speaker. So 1 year back, he was talking about ending his life, and I guided him, and now he's a motivational speaker. Like, what else can I ask from life? My life is so fulfilling. I'm living a life which has tons of sense of fulfillment.
What an amazing legacy. What a gift you have that you're able to give that to other people, and you're able to tell me what you just told me. This is what I say about meaningful life. This is legacy. This is much more than a career, right? This is a calling that you have, a gift that you have, a purpose that we can see. We can see these people happier, healthier because of you. So thank you very, very much. I'd love to know how can people book you for speaking or trainings?
So my name is Miss Suchi MS dot Miss, as I'm a former principal. Children used to call me Miss. So MS dot, and my name is SUCHI. So if they Google Miss Suchi, my profile is at number 1.
Perfect. So I'll put this in the show notes because I really think that all people listening should try to get you to come to their next conference, should try to get you to come to their companies, or should try to attend one of your seminars close by to them, because this is so powerful. And we need to, together, we need to fight the mental health crisis, the stress crisis in this world, because it's a worldwide issue.
It is. It is.
And we're going to solve it with laughter. I love the idea. We're going to just do something so simple, so natural, and so beautiful that can help anybody from anything, from depression, from stress, from grief, from any kind of things they're going through, that they need to unblock that negative energy and start breathing again, right?
And the most beautiful thing about the brain is your brain will still release endorphins if a person is even faking laughter. But it's not going to happen if they are using just this part of their body. It doesn't happen. It has to be from their belly. So let's practice belly laughter. Krista, we'll wrap this up just 1 second. Yeah, okay?
Absolutely.
So you will say, my name is Krista, and I will say, my name is Suchi, and we'll open our arms wide and laugh from your belly, okay? We cannot do this for 15 to 20 minutes today, but just for a second or so, okay? So, my name is Suchi. You say, my name is Krista.
My name is Krista. Oh my God.
This is just the beginning. I conduct 100 types of laughter exercises.
Oh, wow. I love it. I love it. We are going to talk more about how we can get you to come to the United States and spread this because more people need to
Sure,
know about it. But
I would
in
love
the
to.
meantime, let's get you out there via this podcast. So everyone listening,
Thank you, Star.
definitely we think that this is a major movement, and we hope that everyone will support Miss Suchi and try to get it
Thank you.
further. So spread the laughter, and thank you so
Oh,
much.
Krista, you're such a wonderful human being. So beautiful.
Thank